Hey everybody, welcome back to Unboxing Theories. I know I said my next theory was going to be a Chiyu theory, and it will be. This is actually what I'm going to call a chaotic mini theory for you guys. So basically, I was watching Ascension. I went back and decided to give it another watch because why not? I've watched it a million times already. Sometimes you're in the mood. And I paused it at one point and I was like, oh, whatever. And I paused it on this one part. It's about halfway point near the end-ish, and you can see a guy who is beating a drum. And kind of like it did in the beginning of the music video, where they were beating the drum, which was obviously signifying the start of the revolt against Dan, which is like, crazy. You see Dan waiting in the courtyard, you see them beating the drum, you see the horses and the soldiers coming, or whoever it is. And at about the halfway point, we see this again. Although I did not realize until yesterday that this was a different guy than the first guy that had beaten the drum. How crazy is that? And when I paused it, I realized this guy beating the drum is the girl's bodyguard. So the outfit, when you pause it, is the same embellishments, almost like studs on it. It's the exact, well, first of all, it's all black. He has the same hair. He has the same headband. He has like the arm wraps or bracer. He has the belt. He has the same, did I say the same hair already? He has the same hair. And mind you, this scene is in motion. So for me, that's probably why I missed it. It's like a split-second scene. It happens so fast, and it's zooming in on the drum. So it's kind of hard to see him. It's hard to focus on him if you're not focusing on him, right? If you're just listening to the music and jamming, or you're just kind of like in the moment, but you're not really looking for things. And sometimes, I guess that's how I missed this. Everyone else probably knows about this already. But I know for sure that this is the bodyguard. So I stopped and I snapped a couple of screenshots. They're in motion though, so I couldn't quite tell his face. I couldn't quite be confirmed that by looking at his face that it was him. But like I said, the outfit is exactly the same, right down to the studs on his shoulder. And that's what really sold me. I was like, whoa. And also it's the same shape of the outfit and everything, and no one else in this music video wears an outfit like this bodyguard. He is completely unique in that. And mind you, here are some cool things about this. Cool things about this is he doesn't show up in Ascension. The only time you see him in Ascension is when he's in the teaser for the Promise music video. That's it. So the fact that he's showing up in Ascension, it means a lot to me. Because to me, I have this theory about the bodyguard starting this war against Dan because of his jealousy, right? And there could be other reasons in there too. If you want to check out my Promise and Theory video if you want to check out my Promise and Theory video, you'll find out my other thoughts about what this bodyguard may have been up to. And but him beating the drum that signals the start of the war, or like signals the army to show up, yeah, that seems significant to me. And again, this moment is really short, but I think it's because of what he's doing, it is so significant. And it's the only time that we see him. Otherwise, again, he's only in Promise. Now, the only thing is I theorize that Dan would have killed this bodyguard after the slaying of the girl, because the bodyguard is just as shaken as Dan, and he isn't quick to get away. As a matter of fact, he is collapsed on his knees next to Dan. You see that in Promise. But it doesn't seem like the drum beating starts until after those events happen, after the girl is slain. So either the bodyguard does get away and he manages to signal the army because he's still willing to go through with this even after the death of the girl, his charge, or him beating the drum does happen before those events, and the army is on its way even as the assassination attempt happens. So either way, you should have seen my face when I realized it was him, and I am pretty well positive that it is. And it does confirm my theory, at least to me, that he really did start this revolution against Dan, and that is a confirmation to me. So for me, this is kind of just like a really cool moment to share with you guys. Again, everyone has seen this. I am sure I'm late to the party, but you know what? I still think that's fun. Oh, and something else that I noticed, if going back to, I always forget this part, but I don't have notes today, so I'm sorry, I'm a little crazy. But going back to that moment and my thoughts about, hey, you know, he might have done the drum beating before the girl was slain, or he might have done it after. Well, here's another thing that could lead to it being an after the fact thing, which I'm leaning more towards it happening after the girl is slain, is that he doesn't have a sword with him. That guy carries his sword with him everywhere. Now you might say, hey, well, he probably doesn't have a sword with him because, hello, he's beating a drum. Yes, he could have set it down. That is very true. But he could have also, as you remember from after he accidentally killed the girl, he dropped his sword on the ground. It was covered in blood. His hand was shaking. He drops the sword. So this could be a confirmation that at this point he had dropped his sword and did not have it with him. And therefore, when he went to go beat the drum, that's all he had. Now, again, this is still theorizing. Obviously, there's so many different things that could have happened here, but I was excited to find this. I hope you guys are excited to find out about this too, if you don't already know it. Probably everybody already knows it, but I just thought it would be fun to share. And I really just love being able to still find things in Kingdom's music videos, even months after the fact, still finding these cool little things. And there's so many intricate aspects in their music videos that maybe we won't fully understand until another music video comes out or time passes and we learn more about their world. But it's still so cool to be able to find this stuff. So I just really wanted to share that with you guys. And I promise the 2 theory is still coming. I am so excited about that one. It might take a couple of weeks, but I'm working on it. And I just hope this tied you over with a little bit of a chaotic mini theory about how I believe that the bodyguard is the one who started the revolution, and I believe that him beating the drum is the confirmation that I needed. So I hope you guys enjoy that, and thanks. Have a good one.